In the work that we will be doing here in Allied Health Math, we oftentimes will have multiple numbers that we will be multiplying, and many times those numbers will be fractions. Sometimes we'll have a whole number thrown in. So we need to be comfortable with multiplying when the problems look like this, when we have more than two factors. Remember, factor is the word we use when we talk about the quantities that we're multiplying. So here we have three factors. So when we have more than two factors in a multiplication, we want to be very comfortable in doing that kind of multiplication, because that kind of problem will show up over and over again in the work that we do here in Allied Health Math. So when we're multiplying, again, and when we're multiplying with fractions, the first thing we want to try to do to make the problem easier is we want to try to reduce. And the whole number 16, if it's helpful to us, we can always remember that we can treat that as if it were a fraction, 16 over 1. Well, now what we want to do is we want to look at what reducing is possible. And we can reduce from any of the numerators to any of the denominators. So I see this 3 in the numerator here and 15 in the denominator of this fraction. And I recognize that they both share 3 as a factor. They're both divisible by 3. 3 divides into 3 one time. 3 divides into 15 5 times. 8 and 16 share several common factors, the largest one being 8. 8 will divide into 8 one time. 8 will divide into 16 two times. And so I can do all of that reducing first, which makes my multiplication much easier and will make my final version of my answer much easier to work with. So once we've done all of that canceling, then we can multiply what's left. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 7 is 14, over 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 5 is 5. And here we have our answer in fractional form as an improper fraction. If we wanted to convert that to a mixed number, remember how we convert to a mixed number. We'll take the 14 and divide it by 5. 5 goes into 14 two times. 2 times 5 is 10, with a remainder of 4. So 2 is the whole number part of our mixed number, and 4 is the numerator, and 5 is the denominator of the fraction part of our mixed number. If we were to express our answer in decimal equivalent form, we would then take this 4/5 and convert that fraction into a decimal. And remember how you convert fractions into decimals. You divide the denominator into the numerator. And so that will be a value of 8/10. So 2 and 4/5 as a mixed number is equal to 2 and 8/10 as a decimal equivalent. So when we have multiple factors, more than 2, we still attack it the same way. We're multiplying, so we try to reduce as much as we can, and then multiply what's left, and put our answer into whichever form we have been requested.